Today we're going to cover ANAVAR. ANAVAR, Greatest Drug Ever, by Todd Lee, MD. Let's play make-believe. Let's pretend there is a drug. I messed that up. Let's pretend there is a magical potion that could stop the wasting effects of AIDS. It could heal burn victims in half the time. It could cut surgical recovery time in half. A magical elixir so safe on the liver it is used to treat liver problems. It permanently burns fat, permanently builds muscle, and makes you look better. Now, what if we weren't playing make-believe? A magical panacea such as this did exist, and its name was ANAVAR. Unfortunately, the frightened peasants attacked poor ANAVAR for the alleged crimes of its brethren. With torches and pitchforks, the frightened peasants, emboldened by the immaculate opinions of newscasters and ignorant soccer moms, stormed King's Palace and demanded blood, and poor ANAVAR was destroyed. Now is a bright new era, for the hypocrites need ANAVAR's help. So, our knight in shining armor has been resurrected. Its new incarnation is called Oxandrine. What the hell am I talking about? ANAVAR is a miracle drug used for so many healing purposes. Most Western medicine is just an expensive band-aid, not fixing anything, just masking symptoms for an enormous price. But ANAVAR could actually heal injuries, burns, regrow lost muscle to AIDS victims. But you see, ANAVAR is a steroid, and not just any steroid, but an oral steroid. Oral steroids are known for being extra bad. They're supposed to be really bad for your liver and supposed to shut down natural testosterone production. But not ANAVAR. ANAVAR is so safe on the liver, it's in reasonable doses, that the FDA actually approved it for treating liver disease. Think about that for a minute. If the worst thing a steroid can supposedly do is mess up your liver, and even the super anal and cowardly FDA approved it for on-label treatment of alcoholic hepatitis, the most common liver problem, how bad could it be? Instead of crushing natural testosterone production, it actually mildly suppresses it. But get this, after you stop, LH and natural testosterone levels rise higher than before. I bet you think ANAVAR is too good to be true, right? It's only the third inning. Grab a beer and enjoy the show. ANAVAR can cut burn healing time in half, and in patients with 40% or more of their body burned. Having surgery? With ANAVAR, you can heal twice as fast. Want to lose fat? ANAVAR burns fat directly and indirectly, and fat stays off for months, even without diet or exercise. This includes the life-threatening visceral fat. ANAVAR builds muscle directly, and the muscle gains were permanent in tested subjects. Keep in mind, these are people who don't lift. And the fat loss, I'm sure, has to do with the calorie neutrality before the ANAVAR is applied. You can't just take ANAVAR and then go drink margaritas and eat queso dip and expect to lose fat. But I digress. Let me get back to this. Here's the problem. So the people who know a thing, a good drug, when they see it, are bodybuilders. They capitalize on the other benefits of ANAVAR. Aside from building muscle, cutting recovery time in half, and burning fat, it has other more specific strengths. It increases strength and it doesn't aromatize, so it doesn't turn into estrogen. This means your skin shrink wraps around your muscles if you're super lean due to not having water in your skin from estrogen bloat. That, and the fact that this is the safest steroid ever made, is why ANAVAR is popular with women as well. A super low dose, 5 milligrams, 1/10 a male dose, will help women, but won't turn them into guys like most other steroids. Now, if they do over 20 milligrams, it will. It also inhibits cortisol, aromatase, SHBG, and other pro-fat, anti-muscle hormones. It really is as close to perfect as it gets. But like anything, you can fuck it up if you abuse it. The tragic death of ANAVAR. In the 1980s, there was the steroids in baseball nonsense. And as usual, the people with the least education make the most decisions. The country at large acted like steroids were Satan's personal creation and damned them and any who used them to maximum security prison. Cyril feared an angry mob of frightened peasants would storm their corporate office for daring to make such a steroid. Despite it being one of the best medications ever created, Cyril stopped production out of this fear. A new hope. Now that these same frightened peasants are aged and need erections, TRT, steroids, is all the rage. Who cares about hypocrisy, right? Oxandrin is ANAVAR with a new name by a different company. Just like the parent telling a 5-year-old that their dog was run over and is in doggy heaven now, doctors tell their patients who they prescribe testosterone and ANAVAR to, they're on TRT and Oxandrin, not steroids and ANAVAR. To me, this is a fantastic drug. I'm glad it's back in production. Now for a brief discussion on the subject. Alright, first of all, I want to start by saying, no, I don't endorse illegal drug use. I don't endorse prescribing medications to yourself if you're not a doctor. I don't endorse anybody doing anything illegal ever, under any circumstances. I don't endorse, although I'm a medical doctor, I'm not your doctor, and this isn't medical advice. This is entertainment purposes only. Alright, that crap out of the way. Dosage. Girls, it's not really a diet drug. You could get away with 5 to up to 20 milligrams for up to 6 weeks without looking like a dude. But girls who use 10 to 15 to 20 year-round for years are going to start looking like a dude. You know, and girls won't detect it. We will. It's like, I'll look at some dudes and I'll be like, oh, I can't tell which one's good looking. And all the girls will agree one guy's good looking, the other one isn't. It's because they've got special markers for identifying bone structures in the face that tells them that the dude is hot or masculine. I don't have that shit. Likewise, girls have no fucking clue as to what girls are pretty or not. They have no idea. They only listen to other girls. They don't know what they're talking about. So we can tell if a girl's pretty or not, and if girls use anabolic steroids, they're usually not pretty anymore. Not after a couple years. And girls aren't going to want to hear that. I really don't care. I'm trying to protect you. The ones who are pissed are the ones who have abused the fuck out of steroids, and they sound like a drunk driver, and they've got huge cheekbones and jaws, and it's like you can shave the fucking mustache and you can hide your clit that's enlarged, but it doesn't change the fact that we're going to be able to see on your face you don't really look like a girl anymore. And ANAVAR is not going to make you more feminine. It's not going to make you hotter, so there's no reason to use it. If you're insecure about your body fat, stop eating dairy and drinking alcohol. That's pretty much all you got to do, and your body will look pretty hot. You know, and people are like, what a sexist pig. It's like, I'm trying to warn you not to abuse steroids thinking it's the answer to your problems. That's it. Now, it's got a 9-hour half-life. It's fucking awesome. And it is going to, you know, like I said, treat liver disease. It's alcoholic hepatitis. So it's the safest thing you could use. So if you're gonna use anything, it's safe. Are you gonna put on a ton of muscle? No, but bulking and cutting, you end up pretty much just a few pounds heavier in the end. That's why lean mass building is fine. If you look at this chart, you can see the anabolic rating is 320 and the androgenic rating is 30. That means it's 11 times more anabolic than androgenic, whereas test is a 1-to-1. I mean, that's really good. I mean, that's what you want. You want a really high anabolic to androgenic rating. So I don't understand how someone could get butt sore about this video. But, you know, there's a lot of butts to be sore out there. And there's a lot of people who have absolutely nothing to do with their life but to just cruise the internet and criticize and ridicule people who are trying to help people. There's a special place in hell for you pieces of shit. And I think it's your mother's basement. And that's where you're at anyway. So because you're in hell, you're trying to drag everyone else in there. For the people who aren't fucking losers, I just want you to know that I do care, and that's why I make these videos. I don't make any money off of them. This isn't monetized. I just don't want people abusing the shit out of this and fucking it up for everyone. ANAVAR's really good as far as steroids go.